In this video, we're going to look at Teysa of the Ghost Council, which is one of the most broken alchemy cards I've ever seen because it's so difficult to interact with and it creates so much insurmountable value. This video was brought to you by one of my patrons, Braxton, so thank you so much, Braxton, for recommending this Teysa to me. I don't normally do alchemy commanders, but I will do for my donators and patrons, so thank you so much. Teysa wants to essentially abuse two things, ETBs and abusing the amount of tokens you can create, because she comes in, creates a spirit, increases your intensity by 1, and then when she, on your end step, you can exile her, and then she comes back on your upkeep, but then she re-triggers, so she gets more intensity, more spirits, and then all of your spirits get +1/+0x as her intensity. So that's really a crazy ability, to be honest. Looks like we might be in hell queue, but we've got the answer with the sword. So if they go for the Ragavan, we're going to swords it on turn 1. Going to have to. What we're going to do, play Mox Amber. Interesting. You know what? I'm actually going to kill it in their turn. I'm kind of curious to see what they do, like if for some weird reason they give it sticky fingers or something, which is a legitimate magic card, guys. What Anguish I'm making as well. Once we start making blockers, though, it's going to be pretty good. Difficult for them. You know, even the Bastion of Remembrance makes a blocker, so that's going to be nice. Okay, so next turn they could just straight up play this. Dash it for 2. Does dash go up? I can't remember. 3. Okay. Nice. I feel like if this is just going to be, you know, Ragavan pass, the deck, the game, we should have a chance here. They can't even get annoyed, right? Because normally when people play Ragavan, people just quit. But we happen to have the removal, so we're lucky. I think things are going to get really difficult for them once we start playing Teysa and, I don't know, Elspeth making... Have they got land destruction? That would be terrible for us. Also, the fact that Teysa has 5 toughness is absolutely obnoxious. Like, that's 2 lightning bolts. Or 1 soul seer. That's quite funny, actually. Move it to the command zone. Sure. Okay. Touche. They had the answer for it. Which is ironic, because with something such high toughness, I would have actually put red and green as the decks with the fewest answers to this, but oof. Okay. Winter Moon. That is very annoying. Okay. Bastion of Remembrance. Well, against this type of deck, I think we just keep everything back. Because if they get 1 dash in, we might start to regret it. Honoured Heirloom. Wow. So they're playing like a crazy ass. Winterman's very good. But yeah, now we've got Elspeth. How are they gonna... How are they gonna stop us? They could just have 2 lightning bolts. To be fair, they could just have 2 lightning bolts, but the ECD does get rid of something interesting. So Fury kills every single one of our guys. That was actually a very brutal turn from there. And also, if this would have survived, then the Shadow Spear, given the double strike, is kind of crazy, I have to say. But luckily for us, we have the answer. They're not going to be happy about this. But screw them. Ragavan player. Let's go. Keep going, guys. Keep making dudes. Every time they kill our guys, they lose life. If they do kill the Elspeth, we bring it back with the ECD. It's all looking good. Kind of like these hell queue battles sometimes. It can be good. I do genuinely believe Teysa probably belongs here. But because I haven't played or seen her for so long, actually I've never played her before, just unlocked her today. But it just seems to be that some things that settle down, right? Like a kettle boiling. But I count on each creature. That's pretty powerful. Tempted to use the Fragment Reality on the Winter Moon, maybe. They can't take it. They would lose 2 life for every one of our creatures that dies. But yeah, that's pretty ridiculous for a red player, I guess. Right, let's see if we can a dent in a Dragon Guard deck. Let's see. It's going to be tough, but we have some okay tools. Even if the Sentinel draws us 2 or 3 cards, that's going to be nice. Blood Artist turn 2 is good as well. Although I'm an idiot and just didn't play. To be perfectly fair to you, both of these would have actually come untapped. So I actually got away with that. I actually did get away with that. So, okay, Blood Artist. I thought I made an even worse mistake. No, it was a stupid mistake, but I've made stupider mistakes. If they play, there's a lot of spells they could play next turn that would absolutely destroy us. 2 damage to this and then kill an artifact. That's one of the cards they could use. Next turn we go for Teysa, I think. We use Thoughtseize. Okay, not the end of the world. Not. I think the Scarves Hive would have been epic to keep, and that's what they're going to get rid of. But, you know, we'll make do. Campbell. Now, the epic thing about Teysa, and why Teysa's so good, is she comes in, she does a thing, and then she goes away, which means that she has protection from sorceries. It's one of those things that isn't written on the card. But yeah, protection from sorcery. She can never be hit by sorcery. So that's so crazy. And then bear in mind she comes back and gives everything haste, you know? It's really quite crazy. Which is really odd as well for white-black to give stuff haste. It's evocative of the original Ghost Council, the 5-mana Ghost Council that flickers. Comes back and drains 2 as haste. But yeah, to see it on Orzhov is very strange. Brainstorm here. So they're basically digging for a wipe. If they get a wipe, then they stay alive, right? Do they have a kill spell for the Sentinel? Okay, so they're going to play the Bolus in the following turn, I'm guessing. Depends what they do. Feed the Swarm. Okay, fair enough. That is irritating, but what you going to do? This is already a lot of damage. So we need some kind of... I mean, that's kind of good. So here's the other thing, right? So she's going to go away again. Exile it. Yeah, so... move it to the command zone. So don't forget to hit decline on that or things will go horribly wrong. So let's say they board wipe here. Okay, fair enough. They'll take 1, 2, 3, 4. But then our next turn, we're going to smack them with Teysa and another Spirit as well. And the Archangel Elspeth can hit the field. So, you know what? This is such a potent card to kill control decks. It really is quite wild. If they also make any treasures, we also get a treasure and then drain them for 1. They can use a Braid. Okay. It's annoying. What else do they have? 2 mana up. They could kill the Campbell maybe, but then we're free to do whatever we want in our turn. So they could just have a counter or something there. Okay. Kill spell. 3. So if they kill her, we can just replay her as well. That's the crazy part. They're at 9. They're just dead. That was absolutely the stupidest timing for that. They needed to have done that during the attack step, because now we just replay it and they're dead. Absolute foolish move there. Why do it before my main? Yeah, they died, because if they'd done that during the declare attackers, then the Teysa would have died, but also the power boost would have gone away. They wouldn't have had +3, +0 each of those. So yeah, damn. We got away with absolute murder there, but we really had them on the ropes. That was great. All right, let's go against Tamiyo here. Can be a pretty annoying matchup, to be honest, because they can just recur things over and over again. But we have some anthems coming out the wazoo here. Flowering in the White Tree and Wedding Announcement is really quite crazy, to be honest. Let's just hope we can resolve these. If something gets countered, it's going to be sad, but yeah. So we just have to kind of expect that. And they're going to bounce that, which is actually good for us because we want to get the bodies, right? Interesting. They bounced the thing that is cheaper. Arcane Signet, okay. Push. Let's go for the Bastion. Is it just going to be counter spells, gazillions? I do like it when people use the Rift early because it makes me feel a bit hopeful. And they don't do anything, that's crazy. Let's just get to combat. They don't like the flowering, so let's not play it. Let's use it as like a finishing move. We're just going to play other crazy things on top of that. Mana Drain. Ooh, okay. That's 3 mana on top of what they already have is gross. 3, 4, 5. Oh, God. Mana Drain shouldn't exist. Should not exist. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana now. Extra turn, okay. I guess extra turn without anything else is not too bad.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh.
Okay, so they're going to mill the deck that might be in Aristocrats. Okay, fair enough. So they used their Mana Drain for stuff that I'm not really bothered about. Why did they mill us?
You can be made.
That's really odd. Is that odd? Did they mean to do that? Did they mean to do that? I'm really not sure, to be honest. Feels a bit weird that they used the minus there, doesn't it, rather than the plus. Regrowth, they're going to get an extra turn again. Oh, that's absolutely bollocks. Oh, no, they're going to get the Mana Drain. Okay. Fair enough. Mana Drain again. Jesus. Well, what if we just play small things then?
I will iterate.
Like, do they want to counter a 2-drop, for instance? They do. They just don't give a shit. I don't know if that's a sign of a good player or a bad player. Just can't, like, just whatever. Unless that is literally the only thing they can do. Okay, fair enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 mana again. But they already had 8 mana and didn't really do much with it. Another extra turn is pretty bollocks, especially with the Tamiyo. So it's just going to be a bullshit turns deck, is it? Oh, they're going to return the Rift. Okay, fair enough. Well, I guess that does mean they're going to use all the mana.
I noted this somewhere.
God damn it. Yeah, I should have thought the Tamiyo would have just returned that. Yeah, that was stupid of me to be so you and permanents you control. It's going to say each, and that's the issue. It's not going to... If they don't do it here, then the Tamiyo just dies. Okay, fair enough.
I will not stand for such violence.
Let's just draw some cards and see. I mean, they can do it in response, obviously. But then they can choose, do we draw 3, or do they just stop this, or... Yeah, I mean... Let's go for the Skyclave. Try and exile this. If they do it in response, then we get the Skyclave back. Okay, so they're gonna do it anyway. But all they have now is just a 3/3, 2/2, should I say? Discard a. We can get rid of the Wedding Announcement. That feels a bit slow now. It's done its job, I guess. Or they just, if they go for Tamiyo and then just get back the Cyclone Rift. Ugh, bloody hell, that's so many. This could be impossible, guys. If it's just a Tamiyo loop. Another Tamiyo, okay. With 2 mana open. Sure. How much mana is that? 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess we'll go for the Teysa. Probably gets countered. Okay. Move it to command zone. Yeah. -7. If they proliferate, we're in trouble. I'm gonna tap that. Okay, they can go for this, but if they do, we've got the apparition. Narset. Jesus. I kind of want them to tap out. Okay, nice. So we have to take out this Tamiyo or they're going to win the game with this stupid ultimate. So that's what this is here for, I suppose. Fair enough. So that was very lucky and clutch that we got that, because we would be pretty screwed otherwise.
A minor setback, but victory is inevitable.
And we still have the apparition for either the Narset or the Uro, but I'm still not confident about this game. The fact they can just keep looping back all of the threats is really ludicrous. I mean, she's 6 mana, I suppose. Flare. Okay. They're going to pay for that. They still have 5 mana up. I don't really know how I feel about this. We've got some okay stuff. They've only got the double green because of this. I'm just going to go for the Uro. I think we might be okay to play stuff next turn because of the Elspeth Conquers Death. Gives their spells, makes their spells cost +2. So that's nice. Yeah. Go to the Uro forever. That is pretty good, actually. I can't really complain about that. Kill the Narset as well. Obviously, I am still concerned with what they're going to have. But
warrior. I concede.
So let's go for the Liliana, and I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to discard the Elspeth, I think. Or do I? No, we don't want to do that, do we?
Shadows like me. You won't be outsmarting me.
Discard the Surge, I suppose. Keep the Elspeth. Use the Fatal Push on this. Ooh, they had a Commandeer. Bloody hell. Okay. Sure. So a trade with the thing that actually gave them the thing. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? Maybe keeping the Fatal Push was a bad choice. Probably. Although we do have a 3/3 we can now kill. We'll see. 3. So, yeah, I don't know. They could use this to get back his return, whatever. But the Elspeth Conquers Death does make things cost more. So this is actually really clutch here, I think. Because the Tamiyo actually costs 8, right? 4, 6. Yes, yeah, that's actually a good point. Do they pay for that as well? They do, okay. Interesting, interesting. And this can actually bring back the Skyclave Apparition. Ooh. This is such a close game. Return Mana Drain. Let's kill this before that resolves. Mana Drain. Interesting. They love that card, don't they? They absolutely love it. Yeah, we'll go for Skyclave. I love this. We'll just get rid of this and then attack into the Tamiyo. Oh, it feels so good.
I have learned all I can here.
So now the issue is whatever we cast, they're just gonna counter and get that much mana. So give them this. Plus 4 mana. Yeah. But now we can start ripping away their hand, I suppose. Yeah, not ideal, but
I'm tired of your secrets.
Putrefy, okay. We've got Tamiyo again, god damn it. Tamiyo just won't bloody die, will she? And the fact they've paid for this so many times as well is really ludicrous. My god. Time warp for the, what, third time is it? Second or third, actually. Mana drain, like 3 times. Ridiculous. Displace a kitten as if they're seeking more. This deck is so halky, it's crazy. It's such a turning off your brain kind of deck as well, isn't it, with the mana drain? Because it's just like, I can't be bothered to think how to win, so I'm just going to think how to slow them down. Which is definitely the most toxic ways to build, just because... Oh, shit. Yeah, we've lost the game, I think. Yeah, we've lost the game. We can't make them sack. Yeah, oh well. I completely forgot that's what she does. And they can just -3 again, get an extra turn back again, and then replay her again. Oh dear. Counter target spell. And they had enough mana to... That's just ridiculous. You know what, I'm just going to swing in with everything, because at least it takes 2. Takes it down to 1.
Do not harm my scrolls.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, we've lost this. Tamiyo turns.
Seek and find.
Displays like, is that just the only path they have? Okay, yeah, we're going to call it. They've just suited for another extra turn spell. Fair enough. Oh, here we go. This is always a battle in the bloody half, this is. People who play Emry do not respect time. These Emry games go on ad infinitum. You kill an Emry, she comes back. Kill an Emry, she comes back. Crazy. I guess, flavorfully, it is terrifying. Kind of makes sense. And the reason for that is it's affinity, and affinity is broken. Affinity, even Mark Rosewater has said that affinity is one of the most broken abilities ever made. So, yeah. I mean, we've got 2 removal spells here, but I can't exactly promise that we're going to do amazingly well. We'll just have to see. We need more exile effects, to be honest. All still heart. Do we use the apparition on that? Do we? I think we do, right? Anything that can reduce their... Oof. Adeline's really aggressive. Maybe we just go for the Adeline instead. Because this just means that we can just start punching them in the face. Oof. Adeline plus Teysa. That's crazy. Spirits get +X+0 now, which doesn't make spirits, but she's still just a really fantastic card. Celestis, and they've got a desert up. 1 damage target attacking creature. Okay, that could be pretty annoying. So what do we want to do? I think we go for the apparition here. Get rid of the Emry, 100%. Because we do not want her to get any of these... Oh, the ominous lockbox cycling is pretty annoying. I know that because I've done that to someone before. Okay, and I'm very grateful. Oh, we can kill our dude. But that is in the bin, because if that was in the hand, we would probably lose. That's not to say there's not loads of other effects. But this is nice as well. If they have this River's Rebuke, we can actually stop that happening here. Immortal Sun. Well, that's a son of a bitch card to see, isn't it? Swords, okay. I still think we've got a pretty good chance, to be fair. I think if they don't get a board wipe, we could just have it in the bag here. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Let's do that. Ventus Fair. So they could get Paradox Engine, but that's going to take 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops. They can play 7 drops here. What's scary? What are we scared of? River's Rebuke. But then we have this. If they dropped a Paradox Engine, that would be actually pretty terrible as well, wouldn't it, I think? Suck my balls. That is actually insane. We had the one answer, guys. We literally had the one thing. I think they're starting to panic now. Yeah, they're dead. As if we called the thing but had the thing. Amazing. So, let's just say screw you to that. No blocks for you. Not watching me get roped. Oh, that was fantastic. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.